And there we go. 5 corners have been complete. The 10 shots on target have been complete. The clean sheet has been complete as it stands. The 5 goals that we needed minimum have been done. And the 100 passes. That is how you're going to get complete max points on all of this. So in today's video, I'll be showing you how to get the most points in squad battles. This won't get you to top 200, but it will get you to Elite 2, Elite 1. No problem whatsoever. And just to show you here, we won 5-0 on Legendary. And we get ourselves 2,500 points. Now I'm going to go through and explain what you should be doing with the teams and how you can beat the AI. So let's get ahead and get into the video. So we are on the squad battles menu. Now, as you can see here, we won the first game 5-1 on Legendary, got 2,416. For winning 5-0, you can see that there isn't much points differential. So basically, all you want to do is try and score 5 goals on Legendary. I know that's difficult, but don't worry, I'm explaining to you how you can do it without doing Legendary. And then just to show you here, winning 4-2 on Legendary is actually better than winning 5-0 on World Class. But if you can't win on Legendary, go ahead and do it on World Class, because what you'll get is around 2,000 points per game. And I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly how that works on the next one. So when we refresh, we got a brand new set of players. Now, you can only refresh 3 times. So don't refresh until you've completed all 4 games. And you can see here, this team is the one I'm going to go ahead and do on World Class, because if we press Y or triangle, you can see the opponent's team. So I'll already tell you right now, the AI is going to be really difficult to break down. And not only that, underneath my camera right here, it tells you exactly what their strengths are. Team hardly breaks a sweat. Well-distributed team, front foot approach. That means they're going to press me. They are not going to lose fitness, and they are going to be really good at passing. Now, you can see here the weaknesses, really important to pay attention to. They're really, really compact. So wing play, they're not great. So we're going to stay really wide. Predictable in possession, which means they're going to play the passes very obviously. And defense, easy to overload. So basically it means they leave the defense on their own. So we need to play through balls down the wing to be able to beat them. And every single team has this. But as you can see here, the first one is going to be, we're going to try this on Legendary. As you can see here, loads of bronzes. The goalkeeper's not even in the right position. So that should be an easy win in theory on Legendary. The same for this team here. Again, a load of bronzes. Bronzes on the bench as well. Really important to check the bench. So those 2 for me are definite Legendary. Even if you win by 1 goal, say for example we score 2-1 and you win, that's better than World Class and 5-0. This team here, 87 rated. I might be tempted to do this on World Class instead of basically Legendary. But if I have a look at what they're not very good at, players rarely tire, good wide options, defensively solid. So that means they're going to be really, really compact. Seeing a lack of attacking options. So what will happen is I'll probably struggle to score 5 goals against these unless I go for it. We'll have to see how I feel once I've done the first 2. But I'm going to go ahead and do the first 2 on Legendary. And then we are going to live commentate this game. But I wanted to sort of clear up how to do that and sort of break down what you should be doing and when you should be doing and why. So let's go ahead and get into that gameplay now. So we are about to get into this game. You can see there it's World Class 4 minutes. So what we are going to do is give you some live commentary as we go through and explain what we are looking to do. So the most important thing to do on World Class is to score 5 goals and do not concede a goal. We need that clean sheet. So we need to be on 0 and score 5 goals. And then on top of that as well, there are bonus points you can get. For example, 10 shots on target, 5 corners, and having high possession and over 100 passes complete. So we're going to talk through. Now, we are on the hardest setting in terms of team choice. Not obviously match difficulty, but team choice. So we may not keep a clean sheet. The clean sheet isn't the end of the world. It is one way of getting max points. But if you're not playing against the difficulty on Legendary, and I'll show you what I've done in those last 2 teams there. Once we get there, then you'll see. But you can see here, we're just trying to basically play through balls. Pressing Y or triangle on your controller will give you the opportunity to play as many through balls as possible. And even though we're offside, the AI doesn't defend through balls whatsoever. So that's going to be your best way. So all I'm going to do now is just skip to when I get to a goal, and we'll talk about the goal and how I did it. But you can see there, Mbappe's at the top, just playing that through ball straight to his feet. Waiting for the run, playing another through ball. And we're just basically spamming those through balls. He's offside again, no, in our luck, so it doesn't matter. So again, we're sending Mbappe on a run, play that through ball into the line. You can see they were always going to get in front. And there is our first goal. So we use the through ball. Now, of course, I am using very good players. But you can do this with Finesse Shot Plus. It doesn't have to be Mbappe or anyone like that. We're just showing you the techniques of scoring. So what we're going to do now is try and win the ball back. And then we are just going to go do the same thing. So a little 1-2 here, straight into Varane, who's got incisive plus. Wait for the dribble into the space. Through ball into that position. Now send Son on a run. Do the exact same thing. Got very unlucky. But you can see that that's how you're going to break down the AI very easily with through balls. When you do driven passes like I just did then, they have a very high success rate of losing it. So again, we send Mendy on the run. Through ball into Son. And again, unfortunately, tackled. But you can see they're trying to do live commentary and play at the same time as in the one. So do get ourselves Son through this time. Bit of dribbling. Shot across goal, and there is another goal by using the through ball again. So I'm just going to go ahead and get 3 more goals by doing that and explain how to get the corners and how to get the shots on target very, very easily. And there is our last goal. Now we've got ourselves the 5 goals. We've got the most important thing done, the goals. Now we're going to go ahead and show you how to get the bonus stuff done to get the extra points. So, for example, we want to go ahead and win the ball back, making sure that we don't concede. We don't want the AI to score, just to get the extra 100 points. But if they do score, again, it's not the end of the world because we've got the 5 goals. So I'm just going to go ahead and get the ball back as we've got it here. And we are just going to go ahead and play it down the line into an attacking position. So what we are looking to do now is get shots on target. So we already know we have 5. There's a minimum because we've scored. So all we're going to do is just basically get from here and just finesse from long range. And that's going to be another shot on target. And you just want to keep doing that until you have 10. Once you've got 10, you can start trying to spam the corners and get the points for the corners because that gives you even more points on top. So I'm just going to go ahead, and if you want to check it any moment, just pause it like this. Head down to match facts, and you can see here under the shooting tab, we have shots on target. We've had 6 out of 7 shots. And then we want to get corners as well. So if we have a look here, we've had 0 corners. So that's going to be the next thing we are going to go ahead and grind. So let me go and get these shots on target. Now, sometimes the shots on target do lead to corners, and I'll explain what to do there once we get to that scenario if it happens. So we have got our first corner from a block shot. What you want to do is call the second player over by pressing RB or R1. This may not work because we're at the stroke of half time. But all we're going to do is just jog down this sideline and then get tackled like that. And as you saw, the ball actually went out for another corner. Because it's the end of the half, it won't count. And you can just keep doing that over and over and over again until you get yourself at the 5 corners. So I'm just going to skip now to when I get another corner just to show you a little bit better in case you didn't see or understand what happened. So let me go ahead and do that now. So we have got ourselves another corner finally, and we're going to do the same thing. Press RB or R1 to call over the second player. As soon as he gets to the standing still point, we are going to pass it, and then we are just going to go ahead and dribble into this area here. As close to the line as we can get, and there is another corner, and you just want to rinse and repeat that until you've had 5 corners. So that's technically our 3rd one, and we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to run down to this area here. And unfortunately, it didn't work that time, but you can just keep doing that over and over to get some cheap corners or take long-range shots for the AI to basically tap it out. I do find that method a little bit more RNG, though. As you can see that I do catch it. So just be careful of that. And once you've got the corners, the next thing you are going to do is just pass it round and round and round until you've got 100 passes complete. And you can check that within the settings in itself where I showed you under performances. So we're just going to go ahead and get another corner if we can. And it goes in, never mind, doesn't matter. But now we should have at least 10 shots on target and 3 corners so far. So we're going to go down to our performance just like before to show you. You can see here, once again, let's go to before, or match facts, sorry, go to match facts. And you can see here, we've had 3 corners on that screen. Go to the next one here. We've had 11 shots on target, so that's fine. So what we're looking for now to get the extra passing, or bonuses points from passing, sorry, we've completed 53 passes. So we've got to get that to 100. Once that's to 100, going over doesn't make any difference, but that's how you're going to maximize. So we are just going to win the ball back, and I'm going to explain to you how to get it done very quickly. So say you're here, all you're going to do is just pass between the 2 centre-backs, or if you don't feel comfortable with their pressing, just move out here to the centre mid and etc. And you're just going to keep doing that until you get 100 passes done. So I'm just going to fast forward now until I get 100 passes done and then be back and then try and get the last 2 corners when possible. So let me go do that now. So there we go, 104 passes complete, and we've got 15 minutes left. So on these 15 minutes, we're going to try and get those 2 extra corners if we can. But if not, the most important thing is just to make sure the AI doesn't score. So if you don't want to get those corners, you don't have to worry as much. You can just sort of try and hold the ball like we are now and just make sure that we don't lose a goal, basically. But I want to get those corners if possible, even if it's a deflection by the AI or a tackle. Just any way to get those corners. If I don't get the corners, we'll just skip to the end of the match. Let's see how we get on with the last 10 seconds or 10 minutes in this game. So we got 1 more corner there, so we only need 1 more corner to complete that. So we're going to do the same method again of calling someone over and just dribbling near the line here. And there we go. 5 corners have been complete. The 10 shots on target have been complete. The clean sheet has been complete as it stands. The 5 goals that we needed minimum have been done. And the 100 passes. That is how you're going to get complete max points on all of this. So let's go ahead and skip to the final result now and show you how many points that we got from this world-class game. Winning 6-0, technically 5-0. Now, the reason why we say 5 goals is because you don't get any more points for any more goals. So you can see here, if we look at this, we've got 200 points for the goals. We also got ourselves 80 points for pass accuracy, corners 25, shots on target 50, and a clean sheet 75. They are coins, but the scoring for squad battles is the same. So you can see here, we get ourselves 2,081 points. Now, let me stress to you why it's important to basically get yourself at the legendary at the same time. So, we won this game 5-0 on legendary, 2,500. This one 5-0, 2,500. 5-0 technically with the world class is 2,000 on the hardest, but winning 2-0 on legendary on the hardest gave us the same score, more or less. So long as you don't concede, you are going to get the extra points. So as it stands right now, we are currently just in Elite 3. We've got 18,400 points. You can't see my camera's in the way. We're making our way up to Elite 2. Now, this scoreboard does update all the time. It's a live scoreboard. You're going to need around 26 to 28,000 points for Elite 2, I'd imagine. I'm guessing. But if I were to guess, that's what you need. Top 200, you can only do in co-op because people manipulate the AI and get maximum points and do it on the hardest difficulty. Some of you guys might be able to do it by yourself, but you're looking for around 46,000 points the last time I checked to even get into top 200. You don't get any extra mastery tokens, so you might as well just go for Elite 1 or Elite 2. And then, for example, these two bonus ones, what I like to do is go ahead and complete the last 4. So I'm going to press X or square to refresh. These are my last 4 games that count. And then once I've completed them, I just go on to semi-pro or amateur, score 1 goal, put the controller down. That's another 3,000 points from them alone, 1,500 each. And then we can just basically go ahead and do the same thing. So let's say we got 2,500 each time. That's going to be 10,000. It's going to put me on to 28,000. Plus the 3,000 from that. It's about 31,000 points I'm getting from squad battles. Just from doing this method I showed you. And in case you don't understand how the masteries work, so basically how these masteries work, for example, in squad battles, we get 1 or 2 packs every single time. How this works is, if you basically go to your concept, you can see exactly how it works here. So for example, concept, we are going to change this to concept here, and then we are going to go ahead and select the mastery of squad battles. So all of these players you see here are the players that you can get from the squad battles, apart from Raspadori, and I'll just move my camera over the other side so you can see. Apart from Raspadori, the one I'm on, he's the SBC. But these players are the tokens. So let's say you got the Trafford here, the French left back, all the way over to this Belgian player. They're technically 4 tokens that we've got. We could submit those 4 players and get Raspadori done from the SBC. If you want Lacroix, Teller, or Gossins, you're going to have to pack them from doing these objectives that we've done, where we get 2 or 1 player. It's completely RNG. As you can see here, there is going to be 6 on this page. So 16 players all together to be able to have a chance. So you've got basically a 1 in 15 chance or a 1 in 16 chance to get Lacroix. But that's how this works. You're going to have to do that. And you can see here, there's my points underneath. They're 18,000 as you saw. But any questions, please let me know in the comment section down below. I'm also doing objectives at the same time, trying to get this done. But hopefully this helps you understand how this works. And I will catch you in the next one.